Hey everybody, welcome to Broadway.com's Live at 5. It's September 21st, and you know what that means. It's fall. I'm Beth Stevens.
I'm Andy Lefkowitz.
And we are here with Ms. Content Producer Caitlin Moynihan.
Hey.
I don't know what's it is Friday. It's Friday. That's our excuse for everything. We have a wonderful guest today who's here.
We have Justin Collette here from School of Rock.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, you're going through some very exciting.
We're excited.
Yeah, we're a little giddy. But first we're going to do our top 5.
Two all-stars are joining together for this West End production.
Okay,
we're excited.
So we started getting excited about a year ago for Ivo Van Hove's production of All About Eve, which is debuting in London. Initially, it was announced to star Cate Blanchett as Margot Channing. Now we've found out that Gillian Anderson is replacing Cate Blanchett, who had a scheduling conflict, and Lily James is going head-to-head with her as Eve Harrington.
You guys saw this movie, right? This is one of the most famous
iconic.
movies.
Yeah.
Betty Davis. Check it out.
Oh, my gosh.
So when is this happening?
This is happening at the Noel Coward Theater in the West End, beginning on February 2nd, 2019.
All right, so we have to book for the spring.
Yes, I
for
can't
the
wait.
winter.
I'm so excited.
Exciting.
We're going. Yeah. And The Dentist is in for this Kennedy Center production.
Okay, speaking of exciting things not in New York City,
Aw.
we have been talking about this for a while. It's Little Shop of Horrors at Horrors if you're a New Yorker, at the Kennedy Center. This will happen in October 24th through the 28th at the Eisenhower Theater. Okay, so we knew. Here's what we already knew. Mark Brokaw's directing.
Yeah.
Megan Hilty, Josh Radnor, James Monroe Iglehart, and Lee Wilkoff, who was the original Seymour, will play Mr. Mushnick. But now we have Oren Scrivello, DDS. And it is, did I say it right, Scrivello?
Yeah, you did.
Is Nick Cordero.
Tony nominee Nick Cordero.
Thank you. Tony nominee.
FYI.
So he's going to be super scary, and he's going to terrify Megan Hilty, and I can't wait.
Yes.
And we got a first look at this exciting off-Broadway production that is happening in New York City, Beth.
Finally. Thank you.
Yeah.
Finally.
So we've been super excited about Girl from the North Country, which started in London. And what this is it's a new musical by...
It's a play with music.
It's a play with music.
Play with music.
I would call
by
it that.
Connor McPherson, who's an incredible playwright, and it features the music of Bob Dylan. So today, the public released a music video featuring 2 Broadway stars who are in the production. Colton Ryan, I wanted to say Connor. Colton Ryan, who was in Dear Evan Hansen, and Caitlin Houlihan, who was recently in Waitress. They're singing I Want You. It's this iconic Bob Dylan song.
They're all iconic, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all iconic. I think so. But anyway, that's on the site. You should totally check it out. Girl from the North Country is in previews right now at the public, and it opens on October 1st.
It's a hot ticket.
Hot ticket.
Hot ticket. And if you're in London or planning a trip there, we got the 5 shows that you need to see.
So, this is exciting because I am planning to go this fall because there are so many good things. So we've been talking about what's happening in February with All About Eve. This is what's happening this fall. Matt Wolf is our London correspondent, and he curated this for us. And he mentioned these 5 shows. Antony and Cleopatra, which features Sophie Okonedo, who is a Tony winner for A Raisin in the Sun, and Ray Fiennes, who is a movie star, and that's all I need to say about him. So that will be at the National Theater. Pinter at the Pinter, which is a lot of Pinter plays, but features such talented people as Anthony Sher and Leah Williams. The Inheritance, which features Tony winner John Benjamin Hickey, which it takes like 7 or 8 hours to watch. So I'm totally there for that.
Vanessa Redgrave is in that as
Vanessa
well, right?
Redgrave, yes,
Oh my
amazing. And Trevor Nunn's Fiddler on the Roof at the Meunier Chocolate Factory. So 5 great shows to book your tickets to London for.
Do it.
And we have been welcomed to Hollywood with this awesome cast recording.
Yes, so the original cast album from Pretty Woman the Musical is officially released digitally today. Now this features an original score by Bryan Adams and Jim Vallance, and it stars Andy Carl, Broadway.com vlogger Samantha Barks, Orfeh, Jason Danieli, incredible cast. So get listening and give a shot at this album. It's fun.
Well, Andy, thank you for your service.
Yeah, you bet.
We are going to get our weekend started off right because Justin Collette is here. Caitlin, who's making all kinds of faces. Will you please tell us about our guest?
Yes. Guys, Justin Collette is currently starring as Dewey. He's rockin' and rollin' in School of Rock on Broadway. This is his Broadway debut, but you probably know him because he's super funny. He has a hit comedy group, and you can hear him as Cupcake in the Netflix animated series Cupcake and Dino General Services. So everyone go watch it on Netflix because everyone has Netflix. And this is so cute. He also formed a band with some of the kids in School of Rock called the Koala Bears. Like, full circle moment. It's so cute. Be sure to follow him on Instagram at Sorry It's Justin or on Twitter at Justin Collette. So 2 options there. Follow him on both. Leave all of your questions in the comments down below. Please welcome Beth and Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Hello, Beth.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, first of all, you look like you're in Dewey mode.
No, this is the best I can do.
No, I love it. I love it. You look great. You look amazing. You look good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Starting off with a compliment feels like an insult, but it's a
No,
compliment.
I nailed it. No, it's great. I just got this shirt. I do Stitch Fix. You heard of Stitch Fix?
You do Stitch Fix?
I do
Yes, I've
Stitch
heard of
Fix.
it. Tell me,
can't
walk
shop.
me through how it works. They just send you stuff.
They just send you clothes. They look at your Instagram and they're like, I think this will fit your body, and they send you stuff. I'm not sponsored by them. I just don't enjoy
could be,
shopping for
though.
clothes.
You could
Stitch
be.
Fix, send me free stuff.
I think it's gonna happen for you.
Please.
I mean, good luck
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
they're great.
That's
They send
cool.
me pants, they send me shirts. So this is
So they stalk you on social media and send you stuff.
You made it
You have
sound.
to pay for it. You have to pay for it. Okay. Sounds a little creepy, but
You
cool.
do have to pay for it, yeah.
So, how's it going over there at the School of Rock?
So good.
It's such a great show.
It's so much fun. I love it. I tell people this all the time that I feel so lucky to have. I've been in the show for like 15 months at this point, and I'm so happy that I get to do just like a rock comedy show, 5 times a week, as opposed to something that's like really, really heavy, because I think it would weigh on me after a while.
Like emotionally.
Emotionally, yeah, an emotionally heavy show. I don't know how people do those ones. Those are really tricky.
But this is a lot of physical work for you. I feel like you're on
Yes.
stage like almost the whole show.
The whole show. Yeah, it's a real monkey's paw of a wish that came true for me. I wanted to star in a Broadway show, and they're like, "Oh, great! Well, here's have all the time in the world, and your co-star is 13 10-year-olds.
Yeah. Tell me
Yeah.
about those 13, 10-year-olds.
They're fun.
They are.
They're lively. They're never the same 2 nights in a row, which is the best. You kind of forget after a while that they're kids in that
'Cause
you
they're
start
so
treating them.
professional,
They're
right?
so professional.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I mean, I can't think of a specific example of when they behave specifically childish, but you're like, oh yeah, you're 10. Or if I get like frustrated in a scene, I'm like,
Do
I
they
can't believe
listen?
that they
I
forgot
can't
to do
believe-
this. I'm like, oh yeah, they've been at school all day.
Right.
Yeah.
I
They
can't
have
believe
2
that they
jobs.
they're there. Like they get to their places and they have their costume. I mean, I have a 10-year-old and I can't get him to put his socks on, so I don't know.
It's unbelievable. And they in our show too, the kids move a lot. It was one of the things they brought over from the Gramercy is that we move a lot of our set pieces. So the actors, like the kids, move their desks a lot,
Right,
and they
right.
have like our
Discography.
some very intense discography, and especially our swings. I mean, we have 4 kids swings. They play 6 roles each.
That's crazy.
And they have to know all the discography and this. I just don't
And
understand
algebra. Or whatever they're studying.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Probably like fractions, maybe. Algebra's like older than that.
Yeah.
But
don't
I
know.
think having young people around keeps you hip to what they're into.
I'm so hip. You can
That's
tell
why-
by the everything about what I'm wearing. Stitchfix.com.
Stitchfix.com. Your sponsor, not a sponsor, just the thing we're talking about. But are they into things that you're like, what is that? Teach me how to floss. Come on.
They did. I added the floss to the show for sure.
Yeah.
They teach me a ton of stuff, so I feel like I'm still kind of in the. But it doesn't matter if you know about it.
Right.
You reach a certain age that even you knowing about it is so uncool. And
you're just
and
an
me
adult.
and I'm an adult, and me
Right.
doing the stuff that they find cool like immediately makes it.
Yeah, then they have to
uncool.
find the
It's
next thing.
quickest way to kill it. It's for me to enjoy it. I do floss during the show.
You do. You've added that in with permission, of course.
With permission. Well, look, I do my version of it,
Oh,
which is
you can show us later.
you'll see it.
I want to hear a little bit more about you though, because this is your Broadway debut.
It
Tell me
is.
where you were right before this.
I was living in Toronto, Canada. I was doing a lot of sketch comedy and cartoon voice work, which I love. A lot of my comedian sketch improv friends kind of got into the animation world. It's so fun because you have total control
Right, of
over what
course.
characters can do and your settings. And there's a real fun, kind of lower budget animation community starting up now. So we got involved in a lot of those projects, and then
Broadway came calling.
my agent said, "Do you?" I didn't even know it was a musical. I wasn't even
All
sure.
the people at those auditions just hate you right now.
I know, and I'd never seen the movie.
Good.
But I
Still,
was a
but now you
huge
have.
Andrew Lloyd Webber fan.
Yeah.
The first two musicals I saw ever were I saw Cats and Phantom in the same day when I was 13.
That's a lot in one day.
It was a lot. I saw Phantom in the afternoon when I was 13 years old in the West End, and I was like, theater is the best. I want to do this the rest of my life. And I saw Cats, and I was like, I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand what this show is about.
It's about cats.
It's about cats. They're singing.
And they dance.
And then I
What
became
more
a
do you
huge
need to
fan of
know?
T.S. Eliot. Now I love cats. So,
Have you met ALW?
oh yeah.
We call him Dad around here.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
I'm not gonna call him
but
Dad.
we'll private. Yeah, we'll call him Lord.
I'll call
Lloyd
him Papa.
Webber.
Lord Papa.
Lord Papa.
Lord
Well,
Papa.
This is going a direction I
Papa
wasn't
Lord.
expecting.
Lordy Papa.
So is
Are
that
you
scary?
watching, Papa?
I'm sure. Andrew Lloyd Webber's a huge fan of Broadway.com.
Is he?
Oh,
Yeah.
Hi, buddy. Congratulations.
So
You're
we
having a
went
good
from
year.
Lord's buddy.
He's having a great year.
He's having a great
So many
year.
honorary awards.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
doing so great.
So tell me about meeting him. Were you like
So
Phantom changed my
There's
life?
like no, he was surprisingly regular and unremarkable and really nice. Like he just was. He made me feel super comfortable during the audition. I remember.
He's a rocker at heart.
Yeah,
I think that's really what he
Yeah.
loves doing, and that's why this show is so perfect for
he
him.
can write a hook.
Oh, yeah.
His-
You
he
think?
can write. I mean, I know that's like the understatement of the century, but like, I'm a huge fan of like pop music and punk music. I like really hooky music,
Mm-hmm.
and so I've always been drawn to the stuff that he writes because you always leave the theater
But do you ever-
knowing a melody. You always leave
Oh, yeah.
knowing an Andrew melody.
But then, 2 weeks later, you're still singing. You're in the band in the shower, and you're like, okay, let go of me.
Let it go. Please, let this hook go away. I'm not sick of any of the music. I really mean that. It's still fun. I love singing it every night. It still gets stuck in my head. It's still
That's
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, tell me about this band with the kids.
So
The real band with the kids.
The real
not
band. I have a
onstage.
real band with the children, and we named it after. There's a joke in the show where the bass player Katie suggests a name for the band before we decided in the School of Rock, and she says the Koala Bears,
Which is rejected.
which is rejected, but we took it. We took it back. We took the Koala Bears back. It's
You
ours
reclaimed
now.
it.
We reclaimed it. And so me and Brandon Niederauer, who played on Jesus Christ Superstar Live and was the original Zach, Raghav Mehrotra, who was the drummer.
Serious musicians.
Serious musicians.
Even though they're children or
and,
younger.
And Jersey Sullivan, who's the original James in the show. I mean, they're, I think, 14, Raghav's 14 and Brandon and Jersey are 15. We started jamming for a charity show, and we're like, this is really, really fun. We threw together a 2-hour show in, I think, 30 minutes of rehearsal
Wow,
the first
what?
time. Yeah, they're real good. And then we decided to do a charity for fundraiser for Broadway Cares last, I think, November or December. And that went really well. And so now we're talking about recording a demo.
You can go play gigs, but like they can't get into the venues possibly.
They can actually.
It might be a deed.
They're allowed to. They're
Yeah,
allowed to.
as
Yeah.
the performers.
When I was when I was their age, that was my first thing that I did too. I played in a band and I was playing in bars when I was 15 as well. So it's like a
Explains
surreal.
so much. But you play a lot of instruments. What were you
do.
playing when you were 15?
I was playing guitar and singing in a band. A very
And look how that
punky,
paid
yellow
off.
band. Yes. Yeah. Vocal cords of steel at this point. They were built in bars when you could still smoke in bars. 15 years old.
I'm so proud and happy
Who
for
is
you.
this for? Who's watching this? Who's the audience?
Andrew
Is
Lloyd
it
Webber.
children?
Yeah,
Everyone.
it's everyone. Everyone on
Perfect.
Facebook.
Hello, everyone on Facebook.
So speaking of everyone on Facebook, I know
Yes.
there are questions from you. Thank you
Yes.
for the segue,
Great,
Justin.
yes.
Tell me, Caitlin.
Yeah. What was the name of your first band that you were a part of?
Oh, the name of my first band that I was a part of is Adaptation, which I think is a pretty good band name. It's a pretty good band name. And we were assigned to a very small record label. We toured around. We were sponsored by a skateboarding store called West 49. So I got like free skate clothes in the early 2000s, which was very cool. I don't shop for clothes, is what I want everyone to
to wear
take away
them?
from the end of this. I get Stitch Fix. The second the West 49 sponsorship ran out, I wore all those clothes for 10 more years. And
What
then
were
Stitch
those,
Fix.
like long, what
The
did that
cargo
consist of? The
long
short
pants.
Yeah.
Graphic
Jankos,
tees,
those James.
yes, skate shoes, very comfortable. Bad arch support. But yeah, we played. I used to like just scream and like the Used, Alexis on Fire, that kind of music. Yeah, it was really fun.
Wow.
I love it. Okay, so Alec asks, how do you keep the show fresh with all the different sets of kids?
Yeah, so
They're keeping it fresh just by being.
it fresh.
They're keeping it fresh for me, which is great. But also, the show is extremely unique in that the second I came in, I went to see Eric Peterson play the role, who had the role before me, and the director's like, don't do what he does. We want all the Deweys to be unique and different, and so there's like a lot of room for improvisation, and I have some jokes that I put in the show. I stole a bunch from Eric, some from Alex, some from Connor, and now I have this hodgepodge, which is fun, of jokes from other people. But they give you a lot of liberty, which is kind of unique for a Broadway show.
So when you say you're putting in jokes, does that mean that joke will be there every night, or you just have a stew that you pull out of?
If it's good. I had one joke that is my favorite that they made me cut in the first week, and I
share it now. Here's your moment.
I did a rap about Abraham Lincoln. We're gonna explore the life of Abraham Lincoln through the lens of gangster rap, and I started rapping about Abraham
What did
Lincoln.
that sound like?
It sounded like this. Well, my name is Lincoln, and I'm here to say I got shot in the head in the usual way. I was at a play. It was really bad today.
I wonder why that got cut. That's so
killed.
weird.
Oh, no.
Huh.
So that one's not in the show. There's other ones that are funny and fun that are in there.
So don't come to School of Rock to see that.
Expecting that.
No.
Come to the stage door and I'll do it for you. There's the second verse. The children all know it. They rap it.
That's adorable.
I love it.
Their parents must be so proud.
It's history in the
That's
making.
right. That's right.
It's basically Hamilton.
Basic.
Next.
Yeah. Elise asks, how do you stay healthy with such a physically demanding show?
It took a really long time to figure that out. The thing about playing Dewey is if you're like 10% sick, it's just compound interest. Because I sing like 13 songs in the show and you're running all the time. So if I'm like a little bit sick, by the end of the show, I'm like a lot more sick. And then the next day, it just gets worse and worse and worse. So I drink a ton of water, which I didn't realize was as important as it is, like an abnormal amount of water to stay hydrated. I steam. And I also use a vocal vibrator. Have you guys read about that stuff?
Go on.
No,
It's
go on.
pretty sweet. You get a vibrator, and you put it up against your vocal cords and on different parts of your face. There's been some academic papers written about this, and it really works. And you hum to the frequency of it and go up and down, and it loosens up your cords. And it's been a real lifesaver.
You warm up from the outside.
I warm from
And
the
the
outside
inside.
and the inside.
Wow.
Full warmth.
Vibrating warm up.
Vibrating warm up.
I love it.
Who knew? So you do 5 shows a week.
I do.
So how do you spend your other days?
Yeah, where are you on your off days with the koala
Sleeping.
team?
Just recovering. It depends. Like if my voice is tired, I'll have to go to the gym, or I'll have to steam for a full day, or just literally go on vocal rest. I mean, I'm in the show Friday night through Tuesday night, and then Wednesday's usually just nothing. It's just like a full day of vocal rest. And then Thursday, I kind of try to get back into it.
What does a vocal rest day look like?
Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Got it. I had a feeling.
Join the online sensation.
Oh my gosh.
You're really looking for a sponsor somewhere.
Please, Nintendo, send me free stuff.
You never know who this
love
will
it.
reach.
Yeah, I'm also reading Neil deGrasse Tyson right now.
Oh.
Highbrow,
scholar.
lowbrow.
Yeah,
I like
highbrow,
it.
lowbrow.
love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
I love it.
I need to balance it out. Drink Bud Light and cognac. Sorry.
Not in the same glass.
In the same class.
Yeah,
You have
I
to
call it
alternate.
an afternoon float.
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
What is your relationship like with Connor, who's the alternate for Dewey, right?
Arch nemesis.
That's what I thought.
I
He's
absolutely.
like your black swan.
He is. He
Yeah.
is. And we reenact that sometimes.
In costume.
Within costume.
Cool, cool.
It costs a lot of money and took a lot of time and was really unnecessary.
Scares the children.
Scares everybody, really, because we do it in the streets.
Yeah, nice.
Because that's the way I was brought up. In the streets, you come up in the
streets,
streets.
the mean
you
streets of
solve- The
Canada.
mean streets of Canada. You solve it in the streets. So we have a dance off at 51st and 8th.
Which is really close
That's
to
close
here.
Which is
so we
by.
very
can
close
come
by
watch.
if you guys want to go check it out. I love him so much. He is a very different Dewey than I am, and it's awesome. I would
So
say
give us a sense of your Dewey versus Connor's Dewey.
say that mine is I have to be
Cerebral.
more witty because I get tired quicker, and Connor is just a rubber man. He
Oh, he's
plays it
bouncing
like
around.
it's like Jim Carrey-esque kind of. He's very physical. really goofy, and his show is so fun. Yeah, I love him. It's great. Yeah, this is when I first came into this role. One of the Dewey understudies, Jonathan Wagner, was talking to me. He's like, "This is just like going to war." So anybody who can play a Dewey, you just immediately, there's no jealousy or anything. You just like embrace anybody who can make it through it, because you know you're gonna need that person to save you when you get
You're
a little
basically
sick.
giving a rock concert and being in a show at the same, and being in like a Broadway play at the same
Yeah,
time.
one or the other would be doable if you could just do the book, or if you just park and bark the score. It wouldn't be so bad. But like it opens with an 11 o'clock number where it's an
It's true.
8-minute long scream fest where I jump in a box and get spun around.
What's your stage door situation like? Because this, for a lot of kids, this is their first Broadway show. So you get to meet them.
I love it. We get people from everywhere of all ages who come to this show, like either Andrew fans of the movie, and then the kids of the fans of the movie. So we get literally kids from like 6 to 106. It's so wonderful. The stage door part, I love stage drawing. Love meeting people who are coming to the show for the first time. Again, I think I've said this before, but it helps motivate you to do the show, to know that it's always someone's first Broadway show in the crowd, almost always.
And what was your first Broadway show?
Phantom and Cats.
Oh, but that was in London.
That was in London. Oh, the first show I saw on Broadway was Spam-A-Lot
Spam-A-Lot.
with
Good
Clay Aiken.
I love bacon.
Yeah, in 2008
Confession from
or
Caitlin.
9, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it was
perfect for you.
Spam-A-Lot.
Funny.
I loved it.
I love.
It was funny.
Rockin' funny.
Rockin' and funny.
I love it.
That's basically you.
It's basically me rocking and fuck you. Fuck you, Bab.
You've got to tell Stitch Fix that, so maybe they
Stitch
can.
Fix. Do you want your brand to be rockin' and funny?
I love it.
Okay.
We can do a few other questions. Caitlin asks, "What is your favorite Jack Black movie?"
Tropic Thunder. Hands down. That movie is underrated. It is so funny. I love Tropic Thunder. Yeah.
Good answer. Good
Yeah.
answer.
Tropic Thunder.
This one's kind of funny. Allie says, "Oh, you're Canadian.
That's right.
Who's your favorite celebrity Canadian?"
My favorite celebrity Canadian? I'm supposed to say Ryan Gosling, aren't I? So the one
I mean,
I'm
there's a
supposed
lot of
no wrong
options.
answer,
There's
and
a
there's
lot
no
of
right
options.
answer, there's
my
no wrong answer.
favorite
Shawn
Canadian
Mendes,
celebrity.
Anthony from Queer Eye,
Oh my gosh.
Justin
Really?
Bieber.
Are you offering, or is this the
mean,
Facebook Live
yeah,
people
no.
offer?
I'm sorry.
I'm just curious. She's really got the list
I
right
just-
in front
I'm
of
just
her.
I know,
hoping you
right?
think.
Yeah,
Ready,
yeah.
you
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I just-
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a real Bryan Adams.
Okay.
There we go.
Very good.
Love Bryan Adams.
Very
can
good.
do that.
That's a
Go
very
for him.
Broadway response.
Yeah,
Very
yeah, yeah.
rockin'.
Broadway,
See?
rockin', Bryan Adams.
Nailed it.
Can write a hook.
We can do one more
We've
question.
got one
do
more,
it.
and then we're gonna get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do one more question. Do you have any pre-show rituals?
Yes.
Well, there's the vibrating
The vibrating.
That's right.
throat.
The vibrating
There's the
throat.
steam.
There's the steam.
There's the 6 gallons of water you drink.
6 gallons of
You
water.
said it
I
was
drink.
abnormal. I think
It is
that's
abnormal.
probably-
6
okay.
gallons is probably accurate.
Talk to the kids?
Yeah, we jam.
Really?
We jam in my dressing room. And it more weeks than others, but yeah, the kids will come down to my dressing room, and I bought like a cajon and a bass amp and a guitar amp, and we've been having guitar battles lately that the kids are really into. That I lose, so I'm not as into them.
You are humbled by these children. That's all.
It's a humbling job. It's a job that you feel exhausted when you come off stage. That you're like, I don't know if I can make it through it. The children are better than you. It
And
was
they have more
famously
energy.
played by Jack Black, and it's a very humbling.
Come
humbling
see
thing
it.
to
You're
be at.
really
Come
selling
see
it. You're selling it.
It's so good.
It is really
You
good.
leave better than you came.
It's
Amazing.
true.
Yeah.
Hey, Justin, thanks for coming.
Beth, thanks for having me.
Happy weekend to you. I know you're
Yeah.
going to be working hard.
That's right.
Miss Caitlin, will you take us out?
Of course. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single day on Facebook. You can listen to this interview in a podcast form by searching for #live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in when we're back on Monday.